looking at the next 12 months from your organization and the IT team in your organization, what are the top two priorities that you have set for yourself from the perspective of making your IT and applications more agile, resilient, and effective? So there is no order to which I would like to impose here. So anyone can come and speak. So 30 to 40 seconds as to what is your team's priority from the overall IT infrastructure, applications, and the environment to be managed in order to do the kind of things that you have set for your organization.
See, the automation of the existing processes will be the top priority based on the experience that we had in the last couple of years. And now our prioritization is our data center operations automation and business continuity management complete automation, because we manage our own data centers. We manage 10 banks in our state and also around 1,200 locations where our branches are operating. So everything is now connected through SD-WAN. So to a certain extent, we have automated the network, but data center operations, business continuity operations, and also we want to integrate completely on a SOAR architecture. So cyber security also, we have a CSOC setup for us. The CSOC operations also we want to automate completely. This is the priority for us in the next 12 months.
The first and the foremost thing that we really want to do in our case is basically to get into OT security. Now, these infrastructures essentially are nationwide assets, and there is a G8 or G12 meeting which is already happening worldwide somewhere to declare these assets as of international importance. So any hacking of these critical assets, these basically will begin to fall under supercritical asset category, where any hacking to these kind of infrastructure, either it is power sector or these are gas pipelines or petroleum pipelines or any one of these should not be done. So from our perspective, from an individual organization certain perspective, what we're planning to do over the next couple of at least a year or so is to look at the OT security or securing all our pipelines from the onslaught of the hackers. That's one. The second that we want essentially to focus on is to look at how we're going to do remote maintenance of some of these pipelines, which essentially run over hundreds of kilometers, and essentially there the maintenance is not of the order of merely some software issue or something like that. There may be an issue. Now, just to give a perspective, where a pipeline is laid on the ground, there is a land which belongs to some different owner. Now, these owners essentially are the owners who are physically present. What happens over a period of time is that due to their notorious bent of mind or due to some kind of skewed bent of mind, they basically begin to encroach these places. And in such cases, the pipeline under the ground, buried under the ground, is under threat. So some kind of remote assistance we will have to begin planning so that these asset servicing can be overtaken by by remote inspection rather than physical inspection. So of course, from a fixing perspective, there would be a need to be present at the site physically to be able to service that and take over from there onwards. So these are the two things that I would want to look at from a future perspective.
In our case also, it is similar to what Mr. Jain and Mr. Gupta said. The thing is, we are more, there is a direction from chairman to improve, focus on digitization, reduce manual work, improve network and security. So these are the 2-3 areas where we are focusing. Apart from the key is digitization, and therefore whatever we need to do it, we have to do it for next 24 months. And for that, we have identified incidents in 3 waves. Wave 1 is what we are going to take this year. Wave 2 and Wave 3, which includes cloud consolidation, application standardization, enterprise architecture, and that's how we are also working.
Right. For me, if I were to summarize and give the 3 priorities that I have right now, the first one is actually going back to the core application that we use. We are trying to get our ERP to be modernized, to be move from the monolithic phase where it is into something which is more integrated and which is also linked to a lot of the other service components that we need. So a DX-driven thought is being applied to try and enhance that part. Second one is our data management itself. Now, managing the data with a lot more intelligence and a lot more correlation and a lot more of standard algorithms that we are trying to define for us, which also extends into the space of IT management into, so one is the business side of it, the other part is also IT side of it, because you've got a hybrid environment. So the ITSM, ITOM, AIOps, all of that coming integrated into this piece is also quite important for me. And the third one is an introduction of a little bit of a mini metaverse. So we're doing something around the introducing AR into the organization with supporting virtual tours, trainings, and also remote support and inspection. So this is another element of a bit of an innovation. But if COVID remains this way and travel becomes a little bit, doesn't ease up, then this is going to be the next way that we actually give our customers the sense that they're here in our plant whenever we need to incorporate that.
Okay, quickly, priorities. For me, data is a perimeter, and data being the perimeter, our first priority is how do we protect it. That's number one, cybersecurity. Two, plant automation is the next what we want to take it. I'm sure there are a lot of new setup of infrastructure, new way of connectivity will also come into the picture. And third is how do I use this data to create an operation excellence. So the next year focus is very clearly on our operation technology.
Yeah, I would like to say that what Vikas talked about is OT security is the biggest challenge that we are facing at that point. Since more and more digitization is happening, we really need to secure the assets. Second part, what we are looking for is the business continuity part of it. As we talked about, that we have a lot of things in-house. We are trying to move the business continuity part to the cloud. We are safe on that part. I feel that the cloud providers are much more secure as compared to any in-premise data center because you can't maintain the things that we on. That is one part of it. Then we are also looking into it that whether can we offload the application development, which presently we are doing at home. That can be done outside or should we really go for it completely in-house development center. So that things are still under discussions with the management. Work out of that. So these are the three major activities we are taking forward.
So Priyanka, over to you. So now I think you have the tough task of summarizing great thoughts that have come from our panelists, and also kind of suggest as to how does Micro Focus is geared up to help them in their endeavors.
Yes, absolutely. So, with such great panelists, I think even 2 hours is less to discuss on this topic. So, but yes, it is definitely great to hear the various segments and the variety of discussions around IT operations management, including cybersecurity portfolio, which is also seems to be one of the key piece in the discussion. So, I would like to start that definitely hybrid IT has become the easy to adopt infrastructure model. We have not only seen cloud, but we have also seen a rise of edge computing, containerization, more and more migration and large adoption into cloud. In fact, customers moving into SaaS platform, that is also, a new initiative. The moment there's a change or shift in CIO, we see in most of the enterprises. All of this has definitely brought IT and its systems into the limelight, and dependency on the applications to make the services active, right? And in order to do so, the key remains that you should know what you have, how it is configured, and what happens if the things change, right? So you all would agree, when something breaks in the network, first thing people will ask is that what changed? So it's imperative to not only monitor, but also have visibility in the change and configuration design from the central unified platform perspective. And that is where, the AI Ops solution takes the center stage of the ecosystem. AI Ops solution from Micro Focus provides you a unified platform to pull in the data and information from all the variety of sources, be it cloud, be it your containers, your database, middleware, application systems, network, virtualization, everything, and even third-party domain managers, and ingest that variety of data into a single big data warehouse for common data analysis and visualization. So we not only normalize and correlate that data, but we also make sense out of it. And this is possible by harnessing the power of embedded AI-enabled event reduction capabilities. So with the event reduction capabilities, the anomaly detection capabilities, dynamic baselining capabilities, so that we are away from the needless alerts and events which can, just storm your event browser. We employ these kind of tools which automatically runs in the background with zero configuration, zero rule setup, zero manual configuration, and zero maintenance. So you see, you automatically, these solutions when deployed in your organization starts to function, starts to bring up the topology, and the AI/ML algorithm starts working in order to ensure that there is only correlated event or meaningful alert which is hitting your browser. Now, this not only reduces your MTTR or mean time to respond, but also enables or speeds up your automation processes, or I should say remediation workflows. The unification of this data not only provides you an end-to-end view of your IT estate, because I remember one of the panelists was sharing that since there is an adoption or a migration into a cloud, now we have the workloads, some on the cloud, there are certain workloads which are on-prem. Therefore, we need a solution which can provide monitoring convergence of the data and application which is riding on-prem as well as on the hybrid cloud environment. And that is where Micro Focus comes with inbuilt library of adapters and connectors, which can swamp across whether it is your AWS, whether it is your Azure, whether it is Google, whether it is SAP, whether it is your Kubernetes environment, whether it is some homegrown applications, any kind of application which is capable to exchange data in industry standard format. We can bridge those integration gaps and bring that data in order to give you complete visibility and decision making with cross-domain reporting capability. We have already built a lot of business value dashboards for our key IT and business executives, even during the Corona or I should say pandemic time. So like everybody agreed, right? There was a sudden spurt of remote access. There were distributed workforces. You were working. There was VPN access which was supposed to be given, and that is where the demand from one of our customers came to create a dashboard on VPN for our customer to provide the live status of the VPN health, online business services, as well as the collaboration tool. So that at every point of time, the CIO has 100% awareness of real-time VPN performance with those business value dashboards. And that can give him visibility to take informed decision to expand or scale the infrastructure as per the business demands or not. Similarly, another example I will give of a banking solution. I know I'm running out of time, but there is one of the banking panelists on board. So we have built a bespoke service management application for our banking customer that included a new employee healthcare record. Now, this particular application actually tracks the medical leave or the health problem reported by the employees, facility management access application, which manages all employee request access, which is given to the office, a critical function during COVID-19. a set of catalog offering like work from home kit. This was a work from home kit, which was a bundle of the VPN access, credential, port, which was given to the remote workforce, so that they can use it, deploy it, and start working remotely in a protected and secure manner. Tracking the healthcare request of a workforce was vital so that the bank can actually balance employees between organization and services to again ensure business continuity and can adjust their strategies to their growing business demands. Right. So these are certain ways by which we have created, supported, and configured a customized solution and offering for the customer whenever they were in urgent need or demand, whether they want to do a stress testing of their network connections. Like there was a lot of discussion around hyper connectivity in order to understand, if the new branches of the banks which are open, they are well connected, they are onboarded or not. So these kind of, smart plugins, or I would say kit, which we have created for our clients, have been uploaded into our marketplace portal, which can be further consumed by our customers and partners on a need to go basis. And hence, my final, I know I'm running out of time. The final, closing comments or, the final set of remarks will be with Micro Focus ITOM solution, you can actually employ a centralized automation approach. I heard, I think Mr. Avadut was saying that, there are a lot of consoles or systems running in silos. There is no connection. We are not able to make value out of the data which is generating, on hourly basis. So with Micro Focus ITOM solution, our solution by the name of ITIL is defined as operations bridge, which bridges the gap between IT infrastructure and business services. And that is where we give you a centralized automation approach to speed up provisioning, to provide a unified governance, and yet optimize your cloud usage by controlling your spends and the cost. So the key here again is to provide complete visibility of your IT estate without any rule maintenance, configuration, and hence supporting our customer in their ongoing AIOps journey to improve more automation and collaboration.
Mama,